Nice people! Welcome on this new stream. We are here on our RPG Maker gem game. After a long time, just yesterday. It's a long time, okay? We only have a month to do it. Well, of course, I will do all the story part of stream, probably. I will only program the main gameplay part, because it's actually easier to do. Also, I still need to consider what to do for the story, to be honest. But for now, the gameplay is the core for it. Okay. So, what did we do last time? Let's see. Okay, so, we made that we can... Oh, hello, Orange Juice! Hi, in Italiano papi. Oh, ciao, Teodoro. No, never mind. Teodoro sounds weird in Italian. Never mind. Theodore is perfect. Nice. So, we are just starting. We are trying to remember what we did last time. So, we programmed that we can do only 3 steps, or a maximum of 3 steps. Then it opens the item menu, and you can choose a skill. We programmed a different range than only one for a skill. We programmed you can color the boxes and checks if there is a target. Though it's slightly bugged here, because it can go out of bounds and can create a problem. Also, off stream I also programmed the compatibility with the cursor, so that's an extra thing. I did just a bunch of changes out of stream, but I didn't continue anything really. A chess game? No, I want to make a turn-based RPG, but with a twist. The twist being, you can dodge every move. It's even not like Mario and Luigi, because Mario and Luigi you dodge based on reflexes. Here you dodge based on mini games on the grid. Later, the entire grid will become a battlefield, with traps, debuffs, buffs, and that will influence how the field where to move and avoid attacks. Not even Undertale-like, you just need to do random mini games to dodge on the game field. That's weird, actually. What I was about to say? Yeah, the 2 changes I did out of stream was this one, and you can see the camera is a little twisted. I also added a plugin, apart from the perspective plugin, the tile control, so I can modify the game map more practically. Something like this. Here maybe? Yeah, called tiles plugin. Here I say where I want to draw a tile. For example, this draws the range we see on here, like the light blue part. Okay, also I may want to consider to move all of this stuff into a plugin, just to call it more easily, but we can do it when we really need it. I thought it was like Pokemon. Well, Pokemon doesn't have a grid like this. Well, except Pokemon Conquest, I suppose. Don't forget adoption of weight. Well, there is already, you can skip your movement by pressing a button. And there's not really an option to not do a move, but yeah, I should add it just in case. For example, if I have an enemy out of range, or I'm out of mana. Okay, so what are we going to do today? We are gonna for now leave on hold the enemy AI to target the player, because I think it requires some sort of hustle on programming. We can do it later if we have time. For now though, we pretend the enemy is always hitting us, because we are gonna program the dodging mechanic, the core of the game. Okay, let's see what we can do. So, this is the player action, and now it's start of enemy turn. So here I set up the stuff for the enemy. So after I clean the board from the decorative tiles for showing the target for the skill. It's the enemy turn. So player action here. Enemy turn. I should also deactivate the switch for the player turn. Okay, here. And the enemy turn starts with this. Do I need to clean anything? I don't know if I need to set up anything. For now, we are gonna just do a simple attack. I don't know if yeah, I will skip through the part of targeting the player for now. We can return to it later. Now I just want the enemy attack. So, how do we do it? This doesn't seem easy because the enemy can choose an attack which will have different, I would say, effects. How do we categorize the effects? We could, as always, use skills here to save them. So let's go. Enemy skills. We can go it lower. Nice, we have plenty of room. So, enemy skill. Let's try test 1. The dodge type will be default, which will be you press a button to move on the side. And we can define the damage for now 1, just to test. It should also have a range, but honestly, we can program it later. For now, we pretend that move always hits us. So, we should skip already on the dodge mechanic. Okay, we can go here. Dodge mechanic it is. How do I set this up? So, based on the type of dodge, but for now we ignore it. But based on the type of dodge, we will have different of those. Or maybe it will directly call other common events, which might make this more practical. Oh, we see. We can move this later. So now I should use a bar. Okay, we can take a placeholder bar from Invalidate. Like literally 2 plain color bars. Again, a placeholder. We are gonna replace them later. Okay. We have 2 bars here. I always use those bars for everything. It's to define the time limit. We can use the timer, default timer for now. So let's see. Control timer. 2 seconds. And until it's not over, we wait. So, if the timer, where is it? Is there the, yeah, okay, here. If the timer is over, then the loop stops, and we see if we got it or not. So, what consists in dodging? Just pressing a button while the timer is on. That's the basics of the dodging. We can work our way up later. So yeah, we should check if the player presses a button and the tile they are dodging onto is walkable. Let's see. Can I check if they pressed any button? Well, for now we... I should maybe make another event for the list to listen to the current dodging. Yeah, I think I like the idea. So what does this do is event that checks if the player dodged in a direction. It's pretty simple. I just check if the player pressed a button, like down, left, right, up button. Down, left, right, up. Okay. If it's pressed, I define a variable. I will make a custom one. This is important, so we can have it in another page. Here. Dodge direction. And based on the button we press, we define it differently. Okay. And now, every frame we check if the player presses a button. If it does, if the value is different from 0, also we should remember to reset the value every time. Okay. So, if the player is pressing a button to dodge, then the dodge is complete and the player moves in that direction. I really want to do it through code. No, that's not really necessary. We can do it here also. So yeah, the player moves. We can also see that the direction is fixed. So that means that dodge makes more sense. Because if I turn towards a direction and I walk there, doesn't feel like a dodge, right? I wonder if I should set up it a little better. Okay, the idea is this. Direction fix, walking animation off. We change the speed. And we move it in that direction. And then we restore everything. Speed, walking animation, and direction fix. Okay, and the same for the rest. That's why I wanted to use code, but it's only for different variants. I think it's fine. Okay, here. We later need to check if the path is walkable. For now, it's like this. So, if the player is dodging, we break the loop. If we break the loop while the timer is over, we can set the value of dodge direction in negative, so we know the player didn't dodge. So, dodge mechanic. I should have a switch for that. Okay. I should see later how I should use the switches though. Okay, when it's over, I deactivate the thing and I check if I dodged or not. So if the dodge direction is more or less than 0. If it's more than 0, it's a dodge. Otherwise, you take damage. We can do a flash for now. A red flash, of course. Like blow. A sound that doesn't suck. This one can do. Okay. Just for making it pleasant to watch. Okay, so let's see if it works. Also, I should stop the timer when I dodge correctly. Let's see. It's lagging? Wait. We may have entered into an infinite loop. Where's the problem? Well, this is a loop indeed, but I don't see the problem. Timer start. Wait, is the enemy turn here? Yeah, this one doesn't stop. This run indefinitely, so yeah, let's fix this. Enemy turn. For now, as a placeholder, we don't make it do anything. And before starting, we should place a box saying dodge at now, the game name. Okay. It definitely seems like it's working. Okay, yeah, I didn't dodge, okay. It works. We should make something better than that timer, but for now it's working. There should be animation though for the dodging. I don't like this, but we can fix this later, right? We could place a weight here. And a little sound for now. Like, that's the dodge sound, right? That's not the best one though. Never mind. Wind. This one can do. Okay, for now, we can see it's working. Yeah, there should be animation of the player just making a different pose. For now, I will keep it like this. Okay, that you would say, yeah, that's pretty simple. That's easy, right? Dodging. Well, that's where you might be wrong, because that's only the default dodge. Because the dodge will go beyond expectations. Yeah, that's the title. That's the gem team. So, we program the default dodge in any direction. What if now we would force the player to be more specific with the direction of the dodging? So, now I want, for example, to say the player to dodge in any direction except left. Or to be more precise, to make more sense, to dodge only vertically, like sideways. Like there's an arrow and you should dodge sideways. How do we do it? Well, first we need to make a different sort of dodge, right? So we should make a variable to define the sort of dodge we are making then. Makes sense. So, new variable. And it's dodge type. We will have a lot of dodge types, just to let you know. The default one is 1. I don't like that the timer is... For now, let's do it separately. Later we can definitely improve it. If the dodge is number 2, we have a limited direction dodge. So we need an extra parameter then for it. Let's see. Dodge limitations. How do we define this one? We can define the directions where you can or cannot dodge. Do we define the direction we can dodge towards or cannot dodge towards? I would say where you can. Later though I can definitely change it. Okay. So for now it's dodge type 2. So here dodge at not horizontal. Okay. That would be a meme in the game. Every dodge tells you to dodge at something. Or at not something. So here it's the same, but this time on the listener, if you press the wrong button. What do? You still dodge in that direction? Yeah, you still don't dodge in that direction, I would say. But you take damage because it's wrong. So how do we do it? Here, if the direction is not zero, but not about zero, but is in the right of the right values here, then it works. So here we need to make it a little different. So the dodge limitation goes here in the dodge type 2, while in the dodge type 1 we don't have a limitation. You can dodge on any direction. So later we check if the dodge is in the bounds of that direction. This one should be defined beforehand, though. Maybe based on the move. So yeah, I will define it before. Here. I will make a container just to make clear that this is defined in the move type. Okay, just to be clear. So if you do a dodge type 2, based on limitation, you dodge on a specific direction or not. You can see though that this part is identical to the rest. So we can move this part afterwards. So here it just tests the name, and later we have a loop to dodge in any case. So the team, well, a common thing shared by the dodges is the time limit. For now we'll have only 2 seconds, but later we need to get the time limit from the skill the enemy used. Or the type of the dodge. I will see later. For now the important part is to repeat less code than possible, because we are definitely gonna change it. So for now, when the timer is over, we see the dodge direction. And this time we use the code. We check the value of the dodge direction, which is 42, right? Yeah, 42. And we need to check if the value is contained in the dodge limitations. I think it's contains. Let's see. So the dodge limitations are contained in the variable 44. So we can do like contains, right? I need to double check if this works. Never mind, it includes, right? Does it work on arrays? I think it does. Array here. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Okay, so if the array contains the direction we dodged towards. Let's see. We should skip our turn, but it's fast. Okay, it's a dodge, nice. On that direction. Okay, it's wrong. Okay, so it works. We can define a direction where to dodge. We should also probably also inject the dodge term here, since dodge limitations doesn't deduce the term we are gonna use. So dodge sentence horizontal. I hope it's written correctly, because it will be written before dodge at 45. It won't be capitalized, but it works. Here it is, okay. Also, to make things faster, we can run the player enemy action right away. Okay, yeah, now it's even faster to test. Awesome. So, that's it. That's all the dodges. Well, definitely not. Though, let's try another one for now. For example, dodge at not left and not down. So the player, for example, has to think where to dodge. I could make it a little... I think it's fine for now. So not left and not down is right and up. And should work the same way. Okay, it works. Okay, yeah. Straightforward. We could also use the same variable here, because the dodge type is the same actually. Yeah, we can use it as dodge type 1. You can see there's literally no difference between the two. It doesn't actually do anything here. We could insert the code here then. Okay, here. So the others can be way different. How are the others, you ask? Well, glad you asked. This is the default dodge, which also I may want to make a little more programming on it, because I want to be able for the player to do more than once in a row. If they, for example, end on a tile that they need to dodge, like they end on a spike, they can combo chain dodge that spike as well. We can do it later or another time. For now, I want the player to be able to move during some sort of dodges. Freely move, actually. For that though, we need to define some idea for dodges. I defined some of them, and we definitely are gonna program others on the next streams. For now, we can program more the worldwide dodge. Let's go with number 11, sure. And it's one where you can move. Which one? I want something a little crazier, not just you move out of the range. Well, for starters, I think it's fine if the player can move. No, I don't really want to start with that. With the player being able to just move out, because it needs to get crazier, and I don't want to do something that might feel like the default. Like the player needs to press 2 buttons. They need to spawn on the arena though. I have some ideas noted down. For now I should just let the player move, right? Oh, hi El Salutatore, random appearance. Nice salutone, thanks. Appreciated. I think for now we should just make the playground for moving freely. So, if the dodge type is 11, this should be a parallel perfect. We start with a longer timer. I don't make it long because I want to see what happens when it ends. So when it's over, we use dodge direction. Wait, no, we need dodge direction later. Oh, actually, I think I need to call this while it's still running. So I should move a part of this in another common event to be able to call it later. So the first dodge type, the simple dodge, is here. So if I do a simple dodge, it will call the simple dodge here. Meanwhile, if the dodge type is for now 11, you can freely move in the map. Timer moves. And on each frame, it doesn't do a lot actually. I would say there's a dodge progress var to keep track of something on during the dodge minigame. Let's say if it's more than 2. Probably, for example, you need to press 2 buttons. Okay. This one though doesn't make sense anymore. We should include the loose conditions inside every dodge then. I really love the idea to have a inner dodge inside another dodge. Like you can freely move on the map, but you can, if you step on spikes, you need to dodge while on the dodge. That would require some effort. That's probably what we're gonna do today, because that doesn't sound super straightforward at all, but I want it. So for now we should put the result of the dodge here. And, wait, it's already there? Oh, never mind. Never mind then, that's nice. Oh, hey Leaf! Praise to be to the dodge in the dodge. That is like super cool to do, but I know there may be some problems, but you know when you envision something and you say, okay, I have to do this in the game, no matter the cost. Yeah, that's one of those moments. So that's why I moved the simple dodge on another event, so I can reference it later. Okay, so here you can freely move while on 5 seconds. You can, right? Well, just to be sure, I free the player. Here, you're free to move. And should be it, right? I should make the condition at the end. Just to see if the player completed the mission. Because every dodge has some sort of mini game / mission that you need to complete to avoid damage. Something very small though, but still. Okay. Oh, let's see what happens. I'm not even sure myself. Okay, I can move in 5 seconds. Freely. I took damage because there was no minigame to do though. We can temporarily place a button here though. To work as a temporary mission, I suppose. So if the player steps on this, the dodge progress increases by 1. Of course, this needs to spawn during the dodge. Okay, I didn't do any sound, but it works. Wait! That's a scam! Also, I can still move. So after the end, the player needs to be stuck again. In loop. Okay. So, it didn't work. Why? Well, just to be sure. We deactivate it and see what happens. It should work though. Weird. Let's see again. Yeah, I pressed it. No? Why did I take damage? Doesn't make sense. I pressed the button. Maybe I did something wrong here. So timer loop. Okay, here if the timer ends by default, it resets every value. So here I don't need to set a value though if the timer ends, right? Okay. I should though. Yeah, here if I press 2 buttons, the timer will end immediately. So we can do this. Yeah, the timer ends and it's a dodge. Otherwise, if I press only 1, well, actually I shouldn't take that. I should take damage. But again, those are parameters defined minigame by minigame. Okay. For now we see it's working. This is the bare bones of the dodgings. This sounds easy, because, yeah, 5 seconds to press 2 buttons, super easy. The caveat, the trick is there will be hazards around the arena. It's at the time. Yeah, it's at the time. I want to see the dodge inside the dodge. So, it's time to place hazards in the arena. I was planning fire. We can have fire, sure. Here. Here. It's same as character, but you can go through. So I need to check every tile the player steps on then. Another note. Fire. Okay. Do I need to check if it has the fire tag? Okay, so it's not this simple. Because now it has the fire tag, but if I walk on it, nothing happens. Should be below the player though. Well, it doesn't really change a lot. Oh, we see how to do it later. For now, when I step on it, it should call. We can do it here now. It should call the common event of the how it is, the dodge inside the dodge. How do we do it? We can have another event for this. Dodgeception, which directly costs the simple dodge, but keeps in mind we are inside another dodge. Oh, does this make sense? No, actually, no, we don't need this. We can just do it here. Check if already inside a dodge. And it's simple. We just check if the dodge type is more than 10. If it is, we can activate the switch. Dodge inside dodge. It will never be easy, I know. Okay, and we need to stop the other timer. Yeah, the thing is, we need a custom timer, because here we have two. And yeah, that won't work. For now, then, we can not run the timer for now. Just stop it. Can I pause it? Wait, you cannot pause the default timer. That sucks, honestly. Well, at the end here, if we were a dodge inside the dodge, we resume the timer. I didn't save it, I don't know how to save the default one, I will use another one, but here. That's it? That doesn't sound that hard, that's the problem. When it doesn't sound hard, we did something wrong. Wait, it doesn't start? Why? Ah, yeah, because there's nothing. Simple dodge it is. Wait, there were no prompt. It should be written later then. Yeah, wait, it's already written before, but we can check if it's already a dodge inside a dodge, and then write it again. So dodge sentence again. I'm repeating something though. I hope it's not a problem. Okay. Wait, why wrong direction? Why was it wrong? Ah, because I didn't define any right dodge. That's right. For now, it's a redirection. Okay. So you can dodge during the dodge. That's something. If I want to get fancy, I could make another dodge minigame inside another dodge. But that's stuff for the final battle, I feel like. I will consider it later, you know, sounds cool. For the final attack, for the final battle, yeah, maybe it's cool. Also, you should be below. Yeah, wrong priority. Okay, so we did it. Now, apart from the obvious issue of this fire should be calculated while walking, even if I think it's fine having an event with a trigger here, never mind. Then though, there's another issue. Why are there buttons on the arena? We need to spawn them when the dodge activates. Because when you start, the buttons are there still. No, it doesn't make sense. They need to spawn when the dodge happens. Same with the well, the fire spawns in other ways. It's already time to spawn them. I knew this part would have been hard. I know. So, first let's consider the spawn. We need a spawn map. Here we can place things that will later spawn in the other map. For that though, we need a plugin item spawner. Where is it? Event spawner here, from our good old friend Galv. Well, not really a friend, but they're a friend of everyone, right? Okay, here, we got a plugin. I should still open the game to remember how it works, because I definitely don't. Let's see. It was around here. So, Gal spawn event and you get every data. Perfect. This is just what we need. Super easy. So, those are the events. To spawn the event, we use this code. So, if the dodge type is 11, we spawn the buttons. Where do we spawn the buttons? Well, the code is this. At the event, well, first I think we need to set up the plugin. It's simple. We just define from which map we are copying the events. And it's this one. The spawn map. We're placing the button which is the event 1. So the ID event will be 1. We placed based on coordinates, but which will be the coordinates? I don't know. They will be random based on the size of the arena, and they won't be placed on where there's an event. Like they won't be placed towards the enemy and the player, and some fire, I suppose. Also, they need to be cleaned. How do I remove them? I never knew how to remove Galv things. Clear events. We can define. We could use this thing of having non-permanent events. There is the last parameter false, which, if I remember correctly, lets you spawn permanent events. Yeah, save event. So we can distinguish two events like this. That's pretty awesome. So the button will definitely be not permanent. That means at the end of the dodge, we delete the non-saved events. Okay, on this map. 0. Perfect, current map. Now, for now, we can use basic parameters. We spawn 1 on 1 1 and 1 on 3 3, which will be 4 4. Let's do, which will be wrong numbers because, well, they are outside of the map. They work though, so those are not needed anymore. Oh, of course, everyone noticed that they were probably outside of the bounds. That means we need to make a random inside. Isn't that incredible? Enticing. So we should probably define the coordinates of the map. We already did it, but by using base values, which is not the best, because it will be definitely different in the future. So, we need to change those. Arena start X, arena start Y, arena length, arena height. I think we can use it in a single variable. We can make a variable here called arena corners here, which will be the corners of the arena. So the length, height, and the start. So 4-3, 4-3-8-5, 4-3-8-5, 4-3-8-5. Or I think it's better to say to have the starting corners and the sides. Arena sides, okay, I think it's better like this. And those are the variables 9 and 10. So here value 8, we take the first value, and same here we take the second value. Oh wait, the size is the variable 9, okay, here. While for the start X and Y, we have the variable 8. The value number 0 and value number 1. And it should work the same. Because it's important to have a lot of parameters in case you want to change something in the future. And this will be definitely different. This will be different in the future for sure. Okay, let me copy them so we can use them again. So what were we doing? I forgot. Ah, yeah, the random. We want to randomly place buttons. So we define the coordinates of the buttons. It's fine also to keep the player coordinates. We should also check if there are enemies. Okay, so we should make a random and see if we get a free spot. A random between the arena coordinates. So a random between the arena start and the arena length. And same for the height. So we need to define two variables, or two set of variables, to define the random position of each of the buttons. So random between arena start and arena length plus arena start, because it's one side and the other. Also two slashes, okay. So we just do it then. Dom x1 is whatever we said. Arena start x. Wait, it's a between. How do we do a random between? I forgot. It's but random. Let me see if I remember. Otherwise, I will check online. It's I forgot. It's something like time times maximum minus minimum plus minimum, right? Max minus min. No, wait. Minus min. I forgot. Let's see how it is. Here, okay. Was I close? Actually, I did it right. Okay, oof. For a moment, I thought I forgot. Well, I felt like I forgot, but it's right. Oof. So close. Random times max minus minimum plus minimum. I'm surprised I remembered. We can replace the values here. Yeah, so arena start X. It's the minimum. While the arena length is the maximum. Oh wait, no, the maximum is... the maximum is arena length plus arena start Y. X, but you can see you sum the number and reduce the number, so it's like there's not. Okay, okay, surprisingly now it's even more readable. Wow. Who doesn't love math? Well, I can list the number of people actually. So this works. I would... Yeah, okay, I see it working actually. Now we do the same for the Y. But we only defined one button. We should iterate this one in case we want 3 buttons in the future. So I think we can make an array. Okay, we can make an array and save it on the value 0. And we can do it again on the value 1. I think it's better if I do a loop because we need to do a check every time we generate coordinates for a button. So, let's see. For I equal to 0, I minus then 2 this time, I plus plus. So we use the I as iterator. So we took the random coordinates, and now we check if there is something wrong with the random coordinates. We don't even need the player coordinates actually, because there is a practical function for it, which I forgot, but I really want to remember because it's pretty cool. Well, cool is relative. To check if the player is on specific coordinates. Let's see if there is. Here. Can player pose XY? This simple code will return true if the player is on these exact coordinates. If the player is on those exact coordinates, so random x I, random x y, if the player is by pure chance exactly there, where we are gonna have a problem. So we are redoing this step now. How? I think we just need to reduce the iterator, so it repeats this step again. I think it's this simple. I should try iterator. Okay, it's not over though, because also we want to stop it. So we should do like something continue. Should stop the rest from being red. We also need to check if there is an event on that tile, because we are not gonna place a button on the fire, right? Or on an enemy, worse, because you cannot even go on it. So we are gonna use the other command here, somewhere here, I swear. Something like get tile information here. Game map event ID XY. Same thing, but this time we get information on a specific tile. As we said here, the tile we chosen at random. If there is an event on the tile, so if the event ID on the tile is different from 0, that means we're gonna have another problem. So we do the same thing. We repeat the same iteration and we continue. We skip the rest. If everything is right, for whatever reason, we finally spawn our button. Right here. On the coordinates we carefully selected. By random chance. Still carefully selected? I would argue still carefully selected, huh? Okay. And the event is the button, the number 1. Okay, should be right. Let's see if it works. We only have 1, that's... At least we have 1. Let's see if what happens again. Why it's still there? Wait, maybe it's... Yeah, the other default one. So this is the only one that works, huh? Nice. Not. Okay, something is wrong here, and it's not with my world map. So what's the problem? For each, they need to spawn the event, right? Okay, then here the solution is to check step by step. First though, we should check if the change we did on the arena works. Seems to work. What I was checking, yeah, the arena borders. Oh, there's something wrong with the button here. There's a button in my corner. Maybe the coordinates are like null or undefined. Yeah, okay. Clearly a problem with the coordinates or the variables. They are probably undefined. Maybe they are not rounded. I need to round them down. Oh, we need to get the final value though. A maximum. I don't think it will get. I don't think it will get the extremity, the right extremity. But for now, let's see. Why the button is still there? Button, come here and do your work. For the love of Leven. So, flooring it is not enough. Let's see. Let's log random x. Nah, not a number. Both of them. Well, definitely a problem. Why? I define random x, y. I think this works, right? Maybe those are not defined well. Yeah, makes sense. Let's see. Length. No, they seem. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Let's print them. Console variable 8 and 9, because just one of them can be wrong and it messes up everything. Okay, oh. One is right, the other is 0, which is a problem. 8, 1. Ah, it's 9, 10. Ooh, I got it wrong. 9, 10. Okay. Now it's right. Wait. Length, height, yeah. It's the corners are 9. The sides is 10. Did I set it right even the other side? No. Okay, nice, I checked. I'm surprised it worked. The length is 9, this is right. And the... no, wait. Never mind. So the sides of the map is in the variable 10. The length is in the 9. Now should be right. Okay, we have 2 buttons. Weirdly on the side of the guy. They should be not close to each other, but for now I'm happy with this. Oh, and it spawns here. Nice. Now, if we get fancy, what if we want more buttons? Like 22 buttons! Let's go. Yeah! Now we are to... Oh. I only needed to press 2 of them. No. Okay, this thing has a problem though, because if we cannot spawn enough, that means it will soft lock. So we should put an upper limit to it. So I should probably define another variable here, which is let's go here, sure. Dodge requirement. For example, buttons pressed. And we say 20 here just for funsies, so we know how many buttons they're gonna be placed. It's a variable 47. Okay, here in the variable it says how many buttons we need to press. Though if we tried enough times, like here every time I can define a variable upper avoid loops, and we can increase the value every time. So if avoid loops is too high, let's say if it iterated more than 200 times, you need to stop this thing or it might go indefinitely. We can, well, we break, we stop everything, and we should also tell the game that we don't have enough buttons. So we set a value as the iterations we had. The C number or the... yeah, the C number, right? For example, if we don't have any space, extreme case, we have 0 space, we won't be place anything. If we place 2 ones, yeah, this thing decreases. Yeah, okay, the number is correct. So now we need to check if it's not more than 2, it's more or equal to the dodge requirements. Let's see. Yeah, now we are talking buttons. Oh, why did I press less than necessary? Let me try again. Ah, because the timer is over. Okay, I don't like it. I need to set the value twice here. Should be optimized in a way. Oh well, for now. We can get a little crazier even. 34 buttons to press! Yes! Woo! Well, that's a little too much, probably. Also, there's no time. There's literally no time. Okay, we maybe need less buttons. Later though, I might program a way to space them together. Space them afar, yeah. For example, if one button places next to another, it rolls again. Just once though. Now, a way to place fire. I want enemy attack to place fire. Oh, near me in a specific pattern after attacking. And that's absolutely not simple. Should we program that, or we should go on the time bar? I think it's more important to program the enemy spawning the hazards. So, how do we do? After the enemy attacks, regardless of we get hit or not, it may spawn some hazards. It's defined on the skill the boss uses. We can... Okay, maybe it's time to get complicated, because we were not enough complicated up until now, right? So, we had our moves. The shape of the move, the range, the size, emphasis on shape. Because now, even the enemy can have a shape of the attack. I should place them in order. First the shape, then the effect, like the dodge, and later the damage. So for now we skip the part that targets the protagonist, and now it targets it by default. It hits on a flame. Wait, so we got the damage and we got the terrain. Fire. Oh, instead of fire, we placed the ID of the event. Makes sense. Okay, that's... Oh wait, the fire is ID too. Okay. Okay, this definitely just helps us skip a step. Only one though, only one. So, let's do this in order then. The enemy attacks us. For now it skips the range check with a swipe. With sides too, which means it's us and on the sides. How the hell do we program that? Well, I suppose it's time for transferring every code we did last time on a plugin. We can duplicate this thing. Not the full plugin, but just to name it after the game. Okay, so we don't need any of those. Do we need maybe one? No. Yeah, we don't need others. Let's go. Okay. We also don't need these. Okay. So let's try. I did a backup before starting the stream, so we can mess up the code however we want. So player action here. Wait, before. Here. This thing spawns the range. Delete everything and move it here. We should move it inside the function actually. Draw range of move. Not really well tabbed, but we can work with this. No, definitely badly tabbed here. Okay, a little better. So, draw range of move, and we just call this, right? It's this easy. Is it? Let's see if it works still. Yeah, yeah, because I forgot to activate the plugin. Oh, still not right? Why? I forgot to save. Yeah. Yeah, it's working. So we can transfer even the rest here. Range of move, we should... this one is fine here. Does it? We'll see. And now, the second part. This is way bigger code. We should put it inside the function as well. Function, how do we call it? Draw. No, it's not called range, it's called area effect after check. Perfect name. We should split this one in multiple parts as well. Wait, should be placed here in the brackets. And we should pad this accordingly, right? Mm-hmm. So for example here, the if, wait. I'm already lost. Here. Okay, yeah, the if should be padded. Together with the rest then. Here. I just need, I want some order in my games, okay? In my code. Okay. This is right. What the hell is this? I just need some order or it becomes unreadable. Okay, should be right. Almost there. I need this, okay, it helps me and you. Okay, I think we did it. Yeah, okay, we have it. So again, we should split this because this one helps us get the range. Also, the extra reason is because there's already a function inside. So yeah, we should move this one outside. And define them. Instead for the area of the attack. Okay. And here checks the area of the attack. So this thing is the one we need, right? Because this one draws the tiles, but we may also need this just to select the tiles. Yeah, I think we should work with this. Programming, yay, who doesn't love it? Because this one selects the tiles, and since we're working on the swipe, here it defines the swipe range. Or not really, here it just colors the tiles for the swipe range, which we should change. I want to change how it works. Instead of just coloring the tiles, we get an output of tiles, which we color one by one. So, actually though, we already have something similar. Here, targeted tiles all. Which we save all the targeted tiles we have. That means that we may want to just call this to get the targeted tiles and not color them. Even if when the enemy attacks, it would be nice to color them anyway, so for now we can leave it, right? Okay, let's see how it works. So XY and tile ID. We can have a default. Where is it? Here. Target lethality. We can save it here. Var target lethality, which will be the default. We set it as default here. Okay. Now, if the enemy calls this with only the 2 parameters, it will default on this one. And probably color something. Let's see. For now, let's see if this thing works. All this stuff works. We replaced all the code with, well, the same code, but on a plugin. Yeah, seems to work. Even if we replace the entire code with 1 line. Because now, the entire code is here. Okay, I love those sort of optimization, also because the code here is much more readable. Okay, good upgrade. Now, we should see and let the enemy target. So when the enemy attacks, let's see, start of enemy turn, we can make it here. Minecraft music. We color target tiles and we color the tiles of the player. Which were those? I forgot. Game player X. I'm going by memory here. But I need to remember those because those are the bases. Okay, let's see what happens if I do this. Okay, it colored my tile, but only mine. Because it's not a swipe attack. Right? The shape is not swipe. Or the shape is not even defined here. Yeah, wait, maybe we should add an extra parameter here. The shape. Which will be kinda important, so will be placed earlier. Shape. Here. Which by default will be a point. So only a spot. That means though we need to... what is called? Okay, we need to set here the shape. Which will be the same shape we have the attack from here. Define here. Even here, shape. Wait, shouldn't be a variable. Okay, it's a string now. I think I called it somewhere else. Yeah, for sure, right. No, never mind. Okay, now we need to define a shape. By default, it's a point. For now, let's define it as a swipe. Let's see. Oh, still not drawing as a swipe. Why? Also, this one shouldn't be focused on the player direction for now. Let's see. Let's see the shape. Also, I should already start on the enemy turn. It's swipe, but it doesn't work. Does it still work on us? Let's see. Yeah, with us it does work. Ah, now it works? Does it stay saved on what I did before? Maybe it does not update. Weird. Weird indeed. Oh. Let me try again. without moving. Attack. And a point. If I do a swipe instead, it does an horizontal swipe. But we saw that the shape, it's still swipe, it's just different. I'm confused. Ah, maybe, yeah, I get it, the range. The range is an other important factor here. The size. That's important, right? Yeah, definitely. We should include also this value then. Before the tile? I suppose it does. We need other parameters also, like the direction, everything. Well, I would say then the tile is the parameter that goes earlier then. It's important. We got the shape and then the size. By default is 1. So here we swap them. Luckily we only call this twice. Shape and the range. No wait, size. Yes. Okay, wait. Perfect. So here we can have a swipe of range 3 even, just to exaggerate. Let's see. Why there's some stairs here? This got me confused. Okay, maybe I get why. I inverted some... yeah, random stairs appear. That's new. Because here I didn't even set the tile. How do I set the default value here? Maybe I should place it last. Yeah. Or I can do this. If I set it as 0, it will be the default one. I think it makes it easy. If tile ID equal to 0. Okay, I love I love that it works this way. Target tile ID. Okay. So we won't get more stairs for now. Luckily or not. It depends on the point of view. And mega swipe! Oh! It cleans the board! Actually, I love how the full swipe covers the entire board. Also, would be nice to... I wonder if I should make an extra effect where I leave my body with my spirit. Because, yeah, I think story-wise or visuals like... here, I need to dodge, I need to press the buttons, but I'm already out of the range, right? So why do I take damage? It doesn't make any sense. That's why I think it's better if I have some sort of spirit moving instead of the player. This would create a small problem, which is gameplay-wise, you can only move in your turn. But, wait, let me consider. So gameplay-wise, then you can only move in your turn, but it's not a problem then. So yeah, we can do it. Then though, in the dodge mechanic, we need to separate the body of the player. So we need to place the fake event in the player coordinates. The direction should be the same, but we can program it later. We get the player coordinates. We place it there and we make the player transparent. I hope it's a good effect. No, not here. Another thing, yeah, we should skip already to the attack. Yes, okay, it's perfect actually. It's actually perfect. I think it's a good effect. That means though, well, we can technically change this later because it too won't require a big change. You just remove the transparency and you move the player. The camera needs to be focused on the center, but it will be anyway. Oh, it's a mosquito. Got it! Yeah! So, since we are here, we should definitely place the plugin for... hello, Respawn Banter. The plugin for the camera control. Okay, now we have it. We don't need those. And at the battle start, we set the camera at a convenient spot. I don't know which, okay? Let's say... Which direction is the camera turned towards? What do you want now? Are they not compatible? I hope not. Well, camera, yeah, I think they're not really compatible, are they? Also, why that's not a function? It's changing something. I don't get it. What's the problem? Oh, something tells me they are in a hard conflict here. Oh, hello, Colonist! How it's going? Nice to see you there. We are programming the game for the RPG Maker Game Jam, and now we are doing decent progress. Well, I'm not showcasing the best part, but yeah, should be a battle system around this stuff. Still on the rough basics, but for now they work. We were just caught in a little problem on the camera, because the plugin is not compatible, but I think easily do it through code. I should do it right now even. Oh. I made some sort of code to lock the camera on VXS, though I never tried here. I will see what I can do. So, I did it on Octostranded. Again, which will come out the April Fools, so in a bunch of days. There will be some familiar faces. Around here. The code to scroll is start scroll, which we can use at the start of the battle to center the camera, and later do something to avoid the player to mess up the camera by moving. We need to check the code though. So probably in scenes something camera, maybe. How it's called? Scroll. Maybe scroll, let's see. Something called camera, is there? No. Where's the scroll then? Here. If only I could stop the camera from scrolling, I could solve it. There's a lot of scroll here. Yeah, it's game message. No surprise. Game map here. The scroll. Maybe when the player is moving, it's the scroll. I never tried it. Sounds like a hassle though. Maybe I should work on this out of stream. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's better. Passing by, I was getting into the stream and might as well say, oh, thanks, I appreciate it a lot. We are pretty deep, it's the second day on the development of the game. And on one side, I'm happy of those development streams because every time we do something different and we progress the game. But on the other side, it takes some time to show what I'm planning to do. Because the concept I wanted kinda needs time to build. Even in the game. Not a lot though. I really want to make it be showcased faster. But at least to program it might require some time. So we can let alone the camera for now. For now we will have the default camera. We can later focus on centering the camera. Now we want to focus that after the attack, the boss spawns some hazards, sometimes. How do we do it? Well, we know from this that in the targeted tiles array, the boss attack targeted all the tiles in this array. That means that if the attack has a specific ID, it will spawn some flames. For now, as always, we will make the move spawn flames regardless. Let's see. Enemy turn. Dodge mechanic. Will this have a weight? We can nest this one in the enemy turn. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because this one has a weight. Yeah, perfect. So instead of calling in dodge, we call it through the common event. And for now we remove the switch. We can keep this one though. We should also activate the switch, sure. Just to know that we are dodging. Okay, in the dodge minigame. On. Okay, so I color the target of the range. The range of the move. There is the dodge mechanic, and at the end I spawn flames based on the range, which we already saved. So we need to make a loop. So for now, if the move had a spawn, had an hazard. We should also delegate this to a other event, because it will definitely happen in a player's move. Here. Which one? We can do on 14. Okay, move made hazards. So if the move creates a hazard, here by default, and now we have to make a loop for each targeted tile. So I equal to 0, I less than the length of the array. Again, the tiles that were the target of the move are all saved here. So we can just put as the number of loops, the length, the number of tiles inside. E++. Okay, now, for each of them, we spawn them. So we get target X, target Y, and we get the coordinates of the iteration, the X, and the same here with the Y. And with those we need to first check if we are placing them on an event. It's allowed to place them on the player though. I think it's allowed if they are placed on the enemy as well. But not on other events. So where was the spawn of... I should... No, it's fine. I was wondering if I should do a function for spawning stuff. So we need this later, and here to check if there is an event. So first we check if there is an event on that tile. Tile event. We can get what event is there with those values. Target X, target Y. Now we need to check if the tile events is 0 or not, if the tile is empty or not. And here another check to see if the target is a fighter or not. So we can say car 1 for now. So we can see if the... No, I don't remember if we need to check if the event has a meta tag or not. Let's open a spawn banner for that. So here. I forgot 38. To check if there is a meta tag. Ah yeah, okay, like this. We just check if it exists. Nice. So here, if we have an event on the tile, we check if it has the tag we are looking for, char. If the tag doesn't... if the tile has an event that it's not a character, then it skips. It doesn't place the item. It's like continue. Let's make more padding. Okay. If that is an event of an opponent or there's not an event, you place the item. This one. Call spam event number 2 on the coordinates target X, target Y. And this will be true as semi-permanent. Oh, this would make things harder because later I want a move that cleans a specific part, but we don't have for now the right programming for it, right? Oh, actually we might. Never mind. Okay, there is a way. There is a way. For now, let's keep it like this. Okay, the 2 is the idea of the flame. But we should define here ID to spawn. For now it's 2. Later we should improve it. For now, let's see if it works. I would be surprised if I didn't forget anything. I knew it. I knew it. I forgot something. What? The if is not closed. Yeah. If I knew beforehand. Oh, easy one. Event on. What's now? Ah, I forgot this one. Yeah, if the tile event we are trying to spawn something on, I got the previous value. We got flames, but on the wrong positions. Okay, sure. Let's try again and see the pattern. Oh, it's diagonal? I'm confused. Oh, why are they placed diagonally? I'm confused. Is it saving the right values? Apparently it does. Let's see. Also, let's see if I console. Yeah, okay. We don't need this one anymore. Okay. Why the hell is it diagonal? So, the value is for. No, wait. Here. Okay. The array is right. Then here they are placed wrong. So the problem is here. Why the y is increasing? The y should be the same. Ah, here. I placed target X twice. My bad. Oh, hi Returnophilia. Now it's going pretty well. Last time we programmed the attack. Now we are programming the minigame part, which is for now dodging like this, if you call it dodging. And now the main part we are trying to program is the hazard it spawns. A lot of skills will just spawn some hazards. Should be also below the player, but I didn't program what happens next. So I should return the body to the player now. I'd variable coordinates for it then. Or just move the player towards it. I think it's smarter. So before we start the dodge then, we need to save the coordinates. The true coordinates of the player before dodging. Here. Sure, I don't care. We can have other X coordinates. True X, true Y. Let's go. Because the player coordinates moves together with whatever it is, the shadow, the body, the mind. I'm clicking on new project right now. Oh, good job. I don't think though it's a problem starting a little late, because even before, even if when you are not developing, you're developing. I always think that you shouldn't rush the development of your game. Well, doesn't mean you shouldn't delay it too long. Because the main reason is you might get new ideas if you take some time from it, or just some time. Usually when I walk, I think about my games, and sometimes I get new inspirations, even for games I never started. So in this way I get a big collection of ideas of projects I still didn't start. So it's fine if I go slow in this game as well. Because for now I only programmed this, you can see. But the story is still to be considered, but some ideas for the dodges are still there. So, for now, before you dodge, you save the true coordinates. And later the player will go towards those coordinates at the end of the dodge. Right here. How do I do it? Here. Movement root, player, and a script. Let's see, tease you to remember how it's done, because I never remember. I just make some maps before sleeping because I'm so tired. Well, I think making maps is a good idea because it's relaxing. Usually it doesn't require too much thought, differently from programming. So I think this would be a nice relaxing point with the Minecraft music here. I took a lot of notes in train. Oh yeah, taking notes while on train works wonderfully. I know, I did it a lot of times when I was still going back and forth. Okay, that's the code we need. We need the player. Game up event. Oh, not events then. Game player to move straight on the coordinates. On the variable number 11 and 12, was it? (11 and 12). Yeah, I got them right. So it needs to be very fast though. And probably transparent. And we spam this. Oh wait, game plower. I don't think it's called plower, right? Okay, we spam it. It's not true anymore. Okay, transparent true on and transparent off. Also, not pack anymore, and we can delete the placeholder event or move it. The event 1 will be placed in the corner here. Or here, watching on the side and judging. Nice. For now. Let's see if it works. Game variables? Not a function. Ah, I got a wrong thing. Yeah. Oops. Game variables dot value. Now we can paste. Let's go. Wrong direction, friend. Wrong direction. The value is wrong. Is the value wrong? I don't get it. Wait, maybe I map X? No, it's right. Apex Mac 11, 12. Oh, I don't get it. Let's see again. Wrong direction, friend. Let's see. Where was it? Here. True X 6 and 5. It's right here. Oh, something is wrong with you, guy, and it's not the world map. Why? 11, 12. Are the variables wrong? No. I defined them here. If I move this, I don't think that's the matter, right? does it always end there? Or no, it can be. Yeah. It moves only right for some reason. I'm very confused. Those values should be right. Oh, there's a comma here. It can be the problem, right? Okay, maybe it could actually. Let's see. Never mind. Why though? The value is this one. Through x through y. 11, 12. Let's check Cartesio again, sure. Move straight, game map, event. Yeah, it's the coordinates. Oh wait, find that. Oh, I was missing a part. I was missing a section here. We need to find a direction towards two coordinates. Okay, now I get it. You need to move straight. How was it? To find that okay, yeah, move straight. Game map events. Okay, game player dot find direction. I get it. Move straight. Game player find direction on those coordinates. Should be right. Direction 2. Wait, I got it almost wrong. Now should be right. Oh wait, I only have one. Which is the right one? Something is sus Among Us. Okay, here's the Among Us. The sus one is the fourth one. Yeah, I got it right. I am already expert on finding Among Us. True to the player, awesome. Awesome. I didn't spawn the flaming below the player though. That's probably a plugin thing. I need to edit the terrain here. Or just say all, spawn regardless. I will do the check myself, thanks. Trust me, bro. Mosquito! Again! Maybe I got it. Maybe. Oh well. Okay, it spawns below me, that's nice. So, what are we doing now? Well, what happens next? What did we already do? Yeah, the return to the original position. That's two mosquitoes. I already got another one today. It's annoying. We got probably eggs in some plants in the house. Okay, so after the enemy turn, it spawns the hazards, the enemy turn is off, and then we need to continue the turn by starting the player's turn. Let's see. And see if we can continue the loop indefinitely without crashing. That would be a big upgrade. Why the can move is spamming here? We are having some problems. Though it didn't crash, so that's something. First, why you can move is spamming here? Why this doesn't deactivate the player turn thing? Here. It should be on. We'll see. Player turn, I don't think it's a problem. Let's try again. I can move, okay. 3 steps and a skill. I should delete the golden from the enemy. It's actually simple. I should delegate it to a call, to a function. Because I do it here and here, which is basically the same thing. So, function clean placed tiles on layer. We make it long to avoid the problems. And this is the function. We set here layer. The layer will be this layer. It goes from 1 to 12, which is kind of wrong because we want to place it on the coordinates of the arena, which is saved here, variable 9 and 10. So, arena corner, variables value 9. While arena size is in the 10. Okay, so you go from arena corner X. Ah, wait, this is Y. To arena corner Y plus its length or height. Same for the X. Okay. And it deletes every tile on top of it. Let me align it a little better. Okay, maybe now it's more readable. Okay. Now I just need to call this. So here, instead I call it on layer 2. And here on layer 3. Ooh, much better, much better. So now I can call it again after the enemy does its turn. One, two, three. Skill. Okay, we can do it. I shouldn't target this one, but sure. Target hit. Now I dodge another time. Oh, we got something wrong here. But for now, let's move. Can I move on the fire? Okay, we are having some problems maybe, but... Okay, well, we maybe got a little too deep. We should go one step at a time, maybe. First, let's start on the enemy dodge so we can have the fire right away. We go here. And I dodge automatically. Ooh. No, I failed at dodging by default. Why? Maybe because I need to... Yeah, I need to reset some values. Yeah, at the end of the dodge, I need to reset the parameters. Mainly the dodge type needs to be set at 0. Yes. Let's see. That would be part of the problem. 1, 2, go here. Doesn't go. Oh. Why? Wait, yeah. There is another problem here. Because I didn't consider stepping on it during your turn. So yeah, maybe we need a switch for the player turn. So we rename this to start turn. But we make another switch called player turn. Yeah, I think I should consider them a little better, but I would say here, sure. Player turn on, and when it's the enemy turn, player turn off. It's this simple. So when you step on the fire and you trigger the simple dodge, you check if the dodge type is 10, it means it's a dodge inside a dodge. Instead, if the switch player turn is on, it's a dodge during player's turn, which they basically function the same. So it's dodge inside. Please dodge inside. Okay. Now it should cause less problems. I'm not saying it shouldn't cause problems. Let's see. 1 show. Go here. I by default get it wrong. Why? Why? Now should be more right. Dodge at now it appears. Yeah, probably it's the timer thing. I forgot to stop the timer maybe. At the end of the dodge, I also need to stop the timer, in case it wasn't already stopped. But we should make a custom timer, so we should maybe work on it right now. 1, 2. Oh, okay, it's right. It's right. Now, for now, let's see how much it goes. It's a dodge. Yeah, they shouldn't appear. The timer should stop though. Sure. I should stop the time. Yeah, we should really make the timer custom so we can solve the problem of having only one timer. We need actually 2 timers. 1, 2. Oh, yeah. I should deactivate the ability to trigger the menu in that scenario. Let's see. The simple dodge is this. Dodge inside dodge, this one. If this one is active, we shouldn't be able to open the menu. Where? Let's see. Here, turn movement. Here, if step is less than 0, we need to check if it's inside a dodge. If not, it's end of the movement. Otherwise, you wait a little longer. Oh, hello Casper Caper, how it's going? I concur, mosquitoes are horrible. The worst is, this is not even the mosquito season yet. And I'm still having them, that's pretty annoying. Luckily though, I sleep in a position that leaves little space for being bitten by mosquitoes, at least. Okay. Oh, it doesn't... yeah, unfortunately, you can't do anything after that. After you dodge... where is it? After the dodge, I should deactivate the switch. Otherwise, it all thinks forever we are inside a dodge. We are stuck in the dodge. Oh no. Okay, here, go on the fire. Dodge it now. Yay. We have still to move. Ah. Well, for now it works. I got it. Now it's attacking me. Oh, and wanted me to do a different sort of dodge. That was wrong. It targeted me with a wrong attack. Why? The attack was this one. Also, this one shouldn't be there. Okay. And the text is dodge at the buttons for now. Oh, I don't get why it's calling the other thing. It's calling this one. Let's say a little better. Unfortunately, this bug comes a little later in the game. For now, let's see. So you can dodge on top of another flame. I want that you can dodge on top of another flame, but you need to dodge again faster. So you can technically chain off the dodge on the flames, but it becomes increasingly harder. Oh wait, the flames are considered targets. We are having some problems here. Wait, no, here it's count as a correct, a correct dodge of the buttons. Because I didn't reset the values, right? Yeah. I need to reset the values here. So. Here. Dodge progress set to 0. Okay, we try again. Two moves, random skill, hit. Now dodge, and it's not moving. I cannot move. And now it's crashing. Why cannot I move? Also tries to read meta. Okay, first, why cannot I move? I should be freed at the start of the minigame, right? I spawn buttons, and the player is free to move. Only at the end of the waiting loop. Wait, did I stop the timer? I should stop the timer at the end of every dodge. Ah, okay, I do. Then what's the problem? Also tries to read that meta tag that doesn't exist. Hey, I wonder where. Where do I read the meta tag? Game interpreter? Command? Could be anywhere. Oh, let me try again. So, doesn't seem to be called here the meta tag, because it doesn't mention the plugin, right? Yeah, okay, so the problem maybe is here in the common events. It's not like I call a lot of meta tags. So maybe we're onto something. Here, this one maybe. It's probably this one the problem. So, console log. I should also remove those. Okay. Let's see if this causes problems. Unfortunately, I don't know how to make it faster. I'm going to play the minigame again. I plan to add away a lot of minigames though, because this one will become boring quickly. It doesn't show the ID here, does it? Console log tile event. Ah, okay, if there's something on the event. Okay then. 3 steps, attack, hit, dodge the buttons, I cannot move. It spawns flames. And 14. I get the event 14. It's probably a flame. It's on the way. Is this a problem though? Because maybe the event is undefined? Tile event. Sure, let's see. Because maybe the events spawned by the plugin are undefined? That doesn't make sense though. Let's see again. Maybe the problem is not there, then. I need to know. Unfortunately, it's not super fast to find. 1, 2, 3. Attack, miss. Okay. I should check on why I'm not able to move here. Crash. Undefined. Okay, yeah. The event 14 is undefined. Paradoxical though. Well, I didn't even... Okay, we can do that. If tile event is different from 0 and... If I call the event 0, does it create a problem? We can do it here. If data map tile event is different from undefined, then it does everything there, okay? Sounds simple enough. Weird though that the events called like this are undefined. Maybe it reads a different parameter from RPG Maker. It's a plugin after all. Okay, now the problem is solved, though we still are not able to move. Why? So, on the dodge mechanic, we again are free to move with this. Player waits 1 frame and is free. Why are we stopped? What's stopping us? Just do it! Right? Am I right? Fellow developers. Am I just free to... Sorry, I was about to start on... I don't know even what. I don't know. It's the hour of the day, maybe. I still need to dine, okay? Oh, the Chocobo music. So this frees the player. We saw the button spawn, the timer start. Maybe this again returns true. Let's see. Maybe if this starts earlier, then that's a problem. It's a dodge. Wait, I didn't dodge anything. Ah, the dodge of the button attack, yeah. No, okay. It's not a win. It's not a bug though. Well, we saw the little bug. The flames are still going out of bounds. Backslash! Oh no, I missed my target. Damn. I still cannot move. At least it's not crashing now. Take this! I cannot move again. Okay, something is definitely wrong. Also, the arena is getting filled with random stuff, which is actually a positive thing. Aha! Gotcha! I didn't program the damage though for now. So we are not even doing damage. Okay, whew. So the problem is still we cannot move during the attack. Why? Maybe the dodge mechanic doesn't have a trigger. That means if it's called by a common autorun process, we are not able to move. Right? And my turn though is an autorun. Wait. Should be a parallel then. Okay. Weird that the first time... the first time is called by a parallel process. Okay, okay, I get it. 1, 2 steps. Range, I got it. Dodge, and I can move. Awesome. Dodge in the dodge. Ha! Okay, dodged one, but the timer was still on. Okay, we really need to work on the double timer here, because we cannot work with this. So, this will not be easy at all. Well, actually, it could be worse, never mind. So, we need to do 2 different timers with 2 different pictures. Well, 2 couple of pictures. We should probably... Yeah, I don't care. Let's do a plugin here. So... I think it's better if I do like this, because then I can use it in other games. Picture timer. It's a function. We start parameters. We define the parameters. Okay, I want first the picture ID. Then I want the timer ID. By default it's 1. And then you should define also the countdown. Do we need other parameters? The color maybe? We can define the color as a facultative setting. Okay. So, how do we do the timer? It's actually surprisingly simple. We draw 2 pictures. We should also define the coordinates for the timer. Or we don't need it. Oh, we see. So, timer X, timer Y, and we place a picture there. So, how do I place pictures? Let's see. Of course, I need to remember exactly how it's written. Let's see here. The show picture. We wait, maybe here? Okay, I need to place a background and the bar on top of it. Game screen, show picture. The parameters are the picture ID, the picture name, I forgot the picture name, the pic name bar. The name should be the same. Our wonderful bar timer. Then the center should be the exact center of the picture, the anchor point. The timer X, timer Y. What else do we need? The proportions. For now it's 100%. And the transparency. And the fusion mode, we don't need it. Okay. So this is for the bar. I should also place the background, which I don't know how it's called. Barra sfondo. Let's put some Italian in this game, sure. The coordinates, I don't know the coordinates, but I will place at roughly 420. I will see. Oh, the problem is the bar should tick down, so we should put it in a common event anyways. Also, the pic ID should have 2 different IDs because it doesn't override. It places on top of the other. Okay, and we also should make one of function tick down timers. Would be nice so we can tick down both timers. Oh no, wait, we only want to tick down one timer. Okay. How do we want to do it? Or how do we need to do it? Because part of it is already programmed. So when I have the simple dodge, which can also be inside another dodge, this runs. And there's a loop here that waits for the timer, where we will put our timer wait. Here, there's the longer dodge, which will still have a timer here. But while it happens, we can run into the other simpler dodge. And they will both run at the same time. That means we need to have a command to stop the other timer, to pause the timer. Here. Pause picture timer. Timer ID. Did I change my expression? Yes. Okay, this will simply change a variable. Picture timers and data. For now it's empty. We will say that for now, let's say true, sure. It will set the data as false. That means it will stop. Okay. I will also say the toggle in case I want to reactivate it, of course, because I want to stop it, not to undo it. Okay, and here I tick down the timer. Timer ID. So I need to move the picture now. Move picture. It doesn't need the name bar, the name again, but it needs the time it takes. I would say 1 second, sure. The rest almost stays the same except the sides, the X sides, because this changes based on the time left. How much is the time left? I don't know. How much? Wait, this needs to be anchored on a different spot, right? Wait, I cannot anchor the picture there, right? Let me see. Yeah, the origin should be the upper left, because if I place it at center and I reduce the scale, it will scale every side. I should focus it on the upper corner with 0 here on all of them at this point. Okay. How much is the time left? I don't know. We should first define a variable here. Yeah, when we start a picture timer, we need the countdown, which we didn't save. So here we should have another value for each ID of the timer. 0, the length, and the true if it's paused or not. Okay, so now when we stop one, we save on the parameter 1, this one. While when we start a timer, we define, we set the timer length. We should have two parameters actually, the current time and the maximum time. Yes, because we need to make a proportion. So I would say 0 and 100 by default. So for now the two values are the same. Also they are defined like this. Okay. So we save here in our data how much time the countdown of the timer goes for. We set the first value is the current time. The second is max time. So this will reduce every time. Here. The picture timer's data, the countdown decreases by 1 each frame. And the time left is exactly this value. We should though make a percentage out of this. So we should simply divide this value by 100 and wait, that's not it. Wait, the contrary. We should divide the value by the max value. If the time is 8 seconds and 4 seconds has passed, it's halfway. So it's 8 divided by... No, wait. It's 4 divided by 8. So current value divided by maximum value. Times 100, because it's a percentage. Oh wait, it's already 100 here, so we don't even need this. Okay. It's already multiplied by 100. The size is not defined here though. We should use it here. Not the best way to place it. Also the timer X and Y should be global probably. You know what? I should define them here. Good idea. 420. And the size, sure. Yeah, because this one needs to be a different size maybe. A little lower and smaller. Max time is active. The third value is... I should probably save them in groups. Like, I think it's easier if this one stays in a group. Because of the coordinates. Okay, yeah, it's even easier to read. Maybe, maybe. X, 1, Y. 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and the 4 is the scale. Perfect, we have it. So the size is not 100 now, it's pictures, time data of the ID of the timer, number 4. While for the X, it's number 3, first value. Same with Y, second value. And the same here, even with size. Nice. Okay, so now we move the picture to size it down. Every time we want to tick the timer down. Oh, let's see how it works. I would be surprised if it works first try. So here we start a timer. We need to check the timer also. Here we could get as a return the timer time. Return as a condition even. Time left less or equal to 0. And if it is, we should wait. We should actually remove everything, right? Oh, we can do it later, or we can do it a function. Okay. I should also save the pick ID in the timer, right? Because it will be used later. Also, yeah, I should save the value here. On the value 5, I save the peak ID. So it can be used later. Exactly here. I can use it here, sure. So, based on the timer ID, we remove the picture. I forgot how to remove pictures. Help me. Probably here. Game screen, erase picture, easy. And we place the ID of the picture, saved, stored in this practical value. Also, we should also delete the other bar, well, the background and the bar itself here. So, now if the time left is less than 0, we should return true. Otherwise, we return false. Also, before returning, we should remove the pictures. Okay, let's see if it works. Yeah. So now, instead of checking if the timer is 0 or not, we check if ticking down the timer returns true or not. Someone said return! Let's see what I can do. Off is a key. It's not a keyword, right? Ah, too bad. Oh. Oh. We can make a variable called Ophidian. Too bad. Off is not a keyword. We could have made a cool phrase. Another mosquito. I hope I got it. I don't know. It's the annual reunion of mosquitoes here. I don't know. The problem is inside. They have someone among us. Sus. So if I put the tick down timer in the condition, it will make the timer tick every time. We don't even need to call anything else, and also works as a condition. I count down the timer here, and also when it reaches 0, it will tell me and break the loop. That sounds super convenient. Okay. For now, let's do it like this. We should though launch the timer. Where is it? I think I deleted it. Sure, we have our new timer. Better. Let's see. Start picture timer. The peak, I don't know, 5. Countdown, 5 seconds. Oh wait, it's in frames. Then 500 frames, sure. That is 1. And we don't need a color for now. Let's see. We have a timer indeed, but I don't see it ticking. Oh, it's still over. Wait, it works, but not how we wanted. So what's the problem? So we have the same naming for the same picture here. Name background, name bar. Maybe that's why we didn't see the bar decreasing, but maybe we should have anyways. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this is working. We have a bar, a working bar. Oh, wait, though it doesn't delete. We should call the delete anyways. Remove picture timer, because it doesn't delete when we clear it. Delete and let's remove it. ID 1. Let's see. Doesn't remove everything? Why? Ah, because I got the wrong parameters. I got the 5 and 6, but there's only the 5. Yeah, it's... I should delete the ID of the picture and the picture after it. Okay, here. Now it should be right. Also, it's very appreciated. I love how the condition also works as a timer. Let's let it run down. Later it will be harder because there will be flames on the arena. Yeah, okay. Now I can move. 3 steps. Dodge it now. There's no timer here though. So, now it's time to add the second timer and see how they work together. I can't wait for the inner timer. So first, a simple dodge. If it's a dodge inside the other one, we need to define the simple dodge ID. Because I need to check if I want the main timer or the secondary timer, in case I'm already in a timer. If I already have a timer limit. By default it's 1, otherwise it's 2. So we can start a timer. Oh wait, I don't need an else though. And here we start a timer based on this ID. So start picture timer. So again, we don't need a color. Timer ID is this value. The countdown is 2. The peak ID is, honestly, I don't care. Let's say 5 again. Oh, wait, we should have it as higher value. 8 even. This one maybe should be automatized. Here I start the timer on the ID 2 sometimes. And we have... Oh wait, we also need to stop the other timer. So, if we are dodging inside the dodge, we need to stop the other timer. The toggle should be, if it's, how was it? If it's true, I didn't program it actually. No, if it's true, it's going. Okay, so we need to set it to false. We pause the number 1. We set to false the number 1. Though it doesn't do anything because now it's not elaborating. We need to add it as a parameter here. So we need to check if this value is true or not. If it's false, then we return as false even. Wait, false, right? Yeah. False, that means it's still running, it's not over, but it's paused. So as long as this thing is on, it won't work. So we need to reactivate it at the end though. Right here. Okay. We also need to have the check. We need to tick down the timer, still while checking if it's there, if it's working. Okay, and after it we need to stop it anyways. Where is it? Here. No wait, this is start. What's the stop? Did I... Yeah, I didn't stop the timer? I think I did. Did it disappear? Ah, take down. Here, remove picture timer. When you complete a dodge. Okay, here. I really hope it works. Oh, what are you reading now? The plugin is reading a wrong value. Maybe I got the wrong parameter here. Yeah, which one? 0, 1, oh wait. 0, 1, 2. Wait, it counts from 0, that's right. Here, 0, okay. Also, actually, when it's the player turn, the bar should be... The bar should be still ID 1. So when you dodge in your turn, the bar is still ID 1. Let's see. Dodge now? Yeah, here. I didn't? Wait, that was wrong. Oh yeah, something is definitely wrong. Oh well. Buttons? The bar is not working. I think it's better if I set the bar as working every time I launch it. So, we depose it, or we can just do this. Every time we define a bar, we set it to true, just to avoid problems. We still had problems with it. Let's check further. One. Dodge it now. And we... Now I get why. We set 2 frames to dodge, not 2 seconds. Yeah, that may have something to do with it. Probably makes sense. Let's go. Dodge it now. Here. The bar still stays there though. Why? Where's the bar though? Maybe... because it... Okay, yeah, we should have the ID here. The pick ID is not really needed. But we placed it at the start, so we can do... If pick ID is equal to 0, we choose ours, okay? Pick ID is equal to 5 plus the timer ID times 2. So they don't override each other's. Okay, I think that's enough. We should define them to 0 though. 0 and 0. Also, the coordinates of the other one should be lower. Why it's not what? Yeah, because for now it's still on the same coordinate. We should make it a little shorter on the side here. Okay. Just to place them better. I still want to do the chain of dodges, but it's still too early, right? Also, I forgot to remove the thing. The bar is reset. Also, can I dodge here? Yeah! The dodge done under the dodge! Yes! Yes! Okay, we are having something here. We still need to delete it. I don't know why it didn't. Remove. Wait. Only when the timer ticks down. Okay. Okay, here. I also want to zoom it, and I should do it a little lower. Can I zoom? Let's see. How was the command to zoom? I forgot. was something around, I forgot, somewhere, I don't know. I swear, here. Oh wait, no, it was here. Okay. I found it. So if I do the dodge inside the dodge, I will have a zoom. Let's see how it goes. Also, I should remove the button number. Oh! Oh no, it's a plugin, so the zoom is not as I want it. Well, we can do it our way then. We can have a camera distance increase, right? I think the camera distance is what we want. Minus 150, I think it's too much. 120, let's see. Here. Okay. We should even increase it a little more, but there's an upper limit, unfortunately. For now, let's do like this. And then we remove it, of course. A little better, right? Okay, perfect. We have the target here. Dodge buttons. I get inside. Oh! Dodge under dodge, yes. Oh! Okay. The value did not reset though here. Why? I think it should reset at the start. Dodge listener, here. I should reset dodge direction. Right at the start. Or even at the end, or why not both of them? Okay. For now, let's see if they work. And now we can also maybe work on dodge inception. Okay. Miss. Dodge. It works indeed. And the timer stops, that's the incredible part. The text is annoying, but for now it will keep the slower pace at least, while we are testing. Now, the thing I was waiting for. If you dodge inside another thing, you should dodge. It's a dodge inception. Let's go. So, after you dodge, you check where you dodged. So here, okay, here. After it's a dodge, which we can avoid writing now, we need to check where the player is. So, how do we do it? I think it's simple here. So we need to check the event ID. How was it? Map event ID X, Y, Z. Oh, X, Y. Not this one. Come on, the other one. I swear. Why can't I copy a single line? I need this line. Game up event ID. I check the event ID on those lines. I'm wondering, does it work with flames? For now, let's see. Game player X, game player Y. If there is an event on those coordinates, let's say different from 0, I think it's better if I do everything on a script. Okay. Oh, you know what? At this point, we should use the plugin, sure. So, check if player on an event. Which is not only that, we need to check if what kind of event it is. Okay. We can do it on a script. So we can call something else and also get a return. Awesome. So, event ID. And we console log it. Came up event ID. And I also want to get the data to see if I can get a meta tag like this. Where was it? In the Dodge maybe? Somewhere, I swear. I think I didn't make it run. I don't remember. Meta? Here, okay. No, wait, wrong one. No, it's in the events. Where? Here, okay. Data map events. So I can see if it works. Console log. Data map events, tile event. No, wait, event ID. Event. Okay, so we can even distinguish what happens. Okay. For now, return false. But I need to see what happens. Mind equal blown. Wait until you see the dodge inside the dodge. Okay, so after a dodge, there should be a check for now. Let's see. Here, event 11, but null. Unfortunately, the flame events spawned by the plugin don't hold any value. How can I get the value from it? They don't exist. They don't count. How do I understand which of those they are? It's weird though, because they count as an event, but they don't exist. Where are they added then? The event spawner is weird. Spawns event, but you don't know where. Oh, here, wait. Oh, perfect. Here. We can store the event spawned event ID somewhere. So we can have arrays containing the events we spawned and what sort of event they are. Perfect. We have it. So now, when we spawn hazards, we need to save them. We will save them in a variable, which will be defined at the start of the battle, because it's very important. No, wait, give me a second. Stupid mosquito. It's there in the ceiling. Come here. Okay, it's in the corner of the wall. I'm gonna get a racket and I'll get him. Wait for me. Don't move. No, it's moving. Well, this might be a problem. Okay. Please watch the mosquito for me. I'm coming right away. Don't move, don't move, don't move. Racchetta. Okay, oh, I'm here. I have the weapon. I have the power. It's dead. Okay, oh, did it. Nice. Shoot them. I still don't have a gun. A racket works better, maybe. Okay. What were we doing? I should add the boss music when a mosquito appears. I don't know. Yeah, we were creating the hazards array, which for now is empty. Human supremacy! That's why humans are smart. They created the weapon to destroy the most dangerous species, the mosquitoes. Well, they are together the smartest and dumbest race alive, so that's that. Okay, so when I spawn an event, I also need to save it. Spawned event ID is equal to this, and we need to save this in the variable. We can define it here. Hazards array is saved in the variable. I don't remember the number. 26. So now we add to the hazards array in the index of the spawned event the ID of the event, the 2, which is the fire for now. Here, event ID to spawn. And we save the variable. Maybe after everything here. Set value 26, and we overwrite with the hazard we updated, or with array we updated. Okay, now then we need to check the variable 26. Where do we need to check it? Yeah, here. When we check if player on event. So we don't need a log. We could have to log the right thing now. So event ID, we get the hazards array, and we check in the hazards array on the specific event ID. If that event ID exists, so different from null or undefined, I don't remember the difference, then we check the ID if what we need to check the, yeah, we just need to check the value. If it's equal to 2, then return true. It's an hazard. We should also save somewhere what kind of hazard, but for now that stays. Otherwise we return false. For now, let's see if it works. Oh no. Oh wait, it comes after. Okay. Now if we dodge onto an hazard, it should say, oh no. Let's see if it's true. Buttons here. Dodge at now here. Oh, doesn't work. Also, there was something, we bugged something, yeah. We can fix that later. Now, where was the check? On the simple dodge, right? Here. Check player on event. Why it's not working? Oh wait, it's in a condition? No. It's only if we dodge correctly. Let's see again. I should really reduce the number of buttons. Yeah, it doesn't say anything. Okay, okay, another problem we should fix is when you dodge, it counts as an extra movement. Which maybe can be fine. But we need to see this later, actually. Okay. Returning to the main problem. Check if player on event. This one doesn't run, apparently. We can just alert then. Hazards array. Wait. We just print the entire array and see what happens. I'm a pro player already. It's empty? No. That's BS. Why it's empty? Hazards array. I take it from the value, which by default is empty, but it defines it as empty at the start. Here, maybe the value doesn't work. No, it shouldn't, right? Oh wait, I messed up here the value, right? I need to set on the ID of the event position the ID of the hazard, which is 2 in this case. Okay, now maybe it should work. Now we are dodging into a hazard, that's it. Yes, here. We have all the events here. Perfect. So now this should return true. Oh no, we write oh no. Oh no, yes, that's so funny even. Well, sort of funny. Okay, now, what happens? We retry again. Maybe we should do it after all the stuff. No, because it's only when we dodge. So we should still undo a bunch of things. No, actually, we just undo the dodge direction and we try again. Jump to label. Deeper. Wait, deeper here, and we try again. We dodge even the next one. We should also have a counter. Here, we can make it here. Variable. How was it called? Exception dodge counter. Not game stats though, here. We set it at 1, as 1. And when we successfully dodge onto another hazard, it gets deeper. And the counter increases by 1. And we reset the other value. So, you return Where do you return in? I would also increase the zoom. Oh yeah, I should be careful that the zoom doesn't increase again. We can place the label here. Deeper. So this one is on. Limitations, so we need to see later. And sentence. Okay, also, this is the timer. We should change the time. So, base time is 120. But, the base time decreases based on the number of times you dodge. I could say that base time gets divided by... we can have the value here, wait. Inception. The first time is 1. Which value was it? I forgot. $50. Okay, so what do we do with this? I could divide it by inception, but yeah, we can just divide it by inception. So the first time is 2 seconds, second 1, and then it's even less. It's even harder. Hi, Suyasha, lily pad guy. Now I'm the lily pad guy, awesome. Well, to be honest, I checked the lily pads right before to see how to read meta tags. We are doing a different game now though. Still using meta tags because I discovered them recently and they are super useful. Now we are working on dodging, and even better, dodging over something that you need to dodge. So we are doing a dodge inception. So let's see if it's working well. I don't think everything works well, but let's see. So first, spawn the hazards. Now, I move inside, I dodge here. I dodge here. Okay. For working it works, but the timer is not getting faster, is it? Why? Because I don't use it as a parameter. Also, there should be an extra cool effect. I don't know, I want a very cool effect when I dodge more than once to make the player feel cool. Yes, even faster. Yes, even faster, even faster, even faster. Combo. Okay, it's too easy. Maybe it should be at a random moment and the player... I don't know, there should be a random direction that the player cannot press. There should be some... here I missed it. Also, let's see now dodging while the enemy attacks. Yes, we have the minibar. Is it faster? It's faster. Yeah, yeah. And we dodge successfully. Nice. Okay, I should still fix the thing that if I run into something... Also, the button doesn't count as pressed. Yeah, that's right, an extra thing. I should trigger it. There's a way to trigger it. If I end onto a button. That's an advanced thing to fix, but... Get the button if you dodge on top of it. Okay. I like this. They should get cooler. I have an idea. Wait, I have an idea. We should increase the zoom up until a maximum, of course. If you get a successful inception dodge. And at the end we should reduce the value based on how many times. Otherwise the value isn't... the zoom is messed up. Okay, here. Inception. So Extra zoom out. Inception. -1 times 50 was it? Okay. Extra zoom out at a single word. So we can add it. Wait. That's the wrong one. No problem. I can just paste it here. Total zoom out is 200 plus inception -1 times 50. Sounds about right. The total zoom out is this. Let's see if it works. I should place a maximum limit though. Otherwise you can... Yeah, yes, okay, yeah, that's way cooler, yeah. The maximum limit comes very faster though. Okay. Let's make 10 then. Only 10, and not as cool, but still cool. Maybe I should decrease the other sort of zoom. Yes, yeah, okay, okay. That's not enough, maybe. We can make 15. And I should find the upper limit to avoid glitches. Okay, for now it works. Wonderful even. Wait, with some reserves. With some problems. But overall it's fine. That's the main feature I wanted, actually. Now I'm just playing without testing anything. Okay, the zoom out works wonderfully though. Yeah, again, I should really make the trigger on the button I dodge onto. Let's see. We can make that if the ID is 1, I trigger it. We can do it here. If hazard event ID is equal to 1, I trigger it. How do I trigger an event? Again, I forgot. I can check in... I remember I did it in everyone else, which is still on hold. I should continue it on stream, I don't know. After respawn banter and invalidate, probably. Here it's game event start. It's easy. So, game event, event ID start. Super simple. So now we can easily trigger the buttons. Oh, well, if they were in a dodgeable position. Wait. No, never mind. We need the first the flames. Not a right position. Oh well. Let's wait for the second round. Okay, I think it's fine dodging the fire when it spawns. Okay, this one. Oh wait, this one, nice. I didn't click. Why? Okay. Here's the secret ninjutsu. You can move without using... That's actually a nice strat. You can dodge on the flames to avoid consuming the timer. Though they don't press. So why doesn't it run? I don't know at this point. Game event ID start, it's not starting. Let's see. If I do like this, maybe. And just to assure it works, we can increase the amount of buttons. Like, by a lot. Okay, 11 buttons maybe is enough. A little too many to complete a puzzle, but it's fine. This one. Okay, doesn't trigger, interesting. Because I don't save those in the hazards array. That's why. I forgot this. So, when I spawn the buttons, there's a one here, no? So, I need those values. Okay, here. I don't need this. So, I need to define hazards array at the start. Then, after I spawn it, I need to save the ID on the array. And then update the array. Sounds about right. Just I need to save the ID as 1. And there is an extra thing I need to do later, which we could do next time after we work on the enemy attacks. Because for now the enemy has only one attack. I should decrease the first zoom. Okay, then. Here. It works. Nice. Nice, nice. Still didn't do in time, but... Okay, it works. I can press the button by dodging. That's definitely something. It could be a strat to save some time. I don't know, with the risk. Okay, we did it. Now. What can we fix now? I think we can do one last thing. Which is... the enemy always spawns event after attacking. Here. Move made hazards. Hazard. This. After remove spawns flame. That will become annoying in the short run, right? That's why not every move should spawn hazards. How do we do it? Well, you guessed it. With tags again. With meta tags. Here, for example, there is the enemy skill. This one. Which has a swipe. Range 3. Wait. Range and sides. The sides is 3 and the dodge is the default. No, is the number 11. Damage and the terrain caused by flames. We need to replace everything with the values here. How? Good question. So, first of all, which move does the enemy do? For now it does only move 48. That means when the enemy does a turn, it gets a value. So, comment of the enemy. Here there's the moves of the enemy. For now it only has one. We can have it here. Enemy total moves here. We need to define this at the start of the battle. And we have the enemy doable moves, which for now will only be 48. This one needs to be defined here. There's only one variable here, and we need to choose one at random. For now, it's only one. We can make an extra variable. I think we don't need enemy dual ball moves, because we need to calculate which moves you can do and then choose one at random. So, enemy current move here, which is 48 for now. Calculate the dual moves and choose one at random. Okay, 48. So in the dodge mechanics now, I need to do the one that matches the meta tag. I think to make it easier, we should define it here. So the dodge type, right? How is it? Yeah, we can define it as dodge type. Because the pressing buttons is the dodge type 11. The simple dodge is dodge type 1. So we don't need to define this here, we need to define it on the enemy turn. After we choose the enemy move, we need to define the dodge type corresponding to that move. And what is it? Good question, myself. First we need to get the meta tag. Not from the event, but from the item. It's probably there. Okay. So we need to get first the skill the enemy is using. We should do it in a script, yeah. Oh, you know what? We can do it here again. Okay, so get dodge ID from move. Simple. We input the move here. And here. First we get the skill, which is from the ID of the move. And then from that we get the it's called dodge, right? The dodge stat. Yeah, here, 11. We can just return that value. Okay. That's pretty straightforward, actually. And just to make it simpler, we can set by default. By default, it's the variable of the enemy current move, 52. Just because I don't want to write it here. Well, I wrote it elsewhere, I don't think it matters. So I can place it here, in the script side. Which is, I love when it's cleaner at least. So here, I get a dodge type from it. Maybe I should convert it to string, to integer. How do I convert to integer? I forgot. I think it already does by default. Also because it's saved in a variable. So yeah, definitely. Well, probably, at least. So now that I get the dodge type, and I know the enemy current move, when I create hazards, I check if the move has the specific tag. So if the item of the ID saved in the variable of the ID, wait, too much. If the item saved on the variable 52, wait, maybe I have too many game variables defined here. Okay, here. Yeah, I was repeating a value. So wait, there's a problem here. Nah, it's fine. So I'm sorry, where was it again? So I check in the item with the ID stored in the variable here I check it if it has the meta hazard. If it does, I spawn an hazard. And the idea of the hazard to spawn is, again, in the meta tag. Let's see if it still works now. Ah, I knew. What's wrong, really? What I forgot? What did I forgot? Ah, yeah, I forgot to call it a function. Okay. Problem solved. Wait, something was definitely wrong. The idea, maybe I really need to convert it to an integer. Let's see. Percent, okay. Yeah, I think it could be considered as a string, I suppose. Now it works. Yeah, okay, that was the problem. I didn't spawn anything though. Maybe because I still didn't convert it to integer. We saw that's a problem, so yeah. Makes sense. To integer again. Let's go again. After this we will stop, if it works. Only if it works. Also I should remove the number of buttons, maybe. Didn't create anything again. First. Less buttons, please. Only one. Yeah. Easy. Now, the hazards. Why they don't work? Maybe this value is not right. First, let's see if it works. If the value returns something. One button. Oh, that's super easy. Okay. It doesn't run. So we need to check if it's different from undefined. Or 0 even. It still doesn't work. Value 52. Is it the right one? Current move 48. It will check the data item number 48. Test one, which has the Dodge 11 tag. Ah, wait, no, I need to check the hazard. Ah, yeah, terrain. Okay, that was what was wrong. Now it should work. Okay, perfect, it works. I could make also if you hit a hazard, it can be destroyed. Yeah, I probably will try to program it. Haha! Time free movement! Yeah, one more. Button pressed! Yeah! It's called the time travel. Weird that sometimes the flame appears. Yeah, we're getting something wrong here, definitely. Okay, that's something very messed up. We should work on to this later though, another time maybe. Maybe this is pretty secondary, I can work it off stream. Maybe the only thing we may want to do is every target we hit, we destroy all the hazards. I think that would make for a good thing, because for now all the hazards spawn in a very orderly fashion. If you move and the enemy moves, then the targets get kinda random. Where the targets gets a little more sparse. So let's see. After the attack, will you add a story? Yes, I still need to consider which sort of story to add. The basic idea is the protagonist wants a way to avoid attacks, which are not programmed in the game, because I'm considering this taking part in the world of That's My Exploit Keeper, and something is wrong with my world map. Because this mechanic of dodging kinda is a way that breaks the game. And the protagonist goes to someone. I was considering a goblin inventor. And he gets this incredible power. And, well, stuff happens. I still don't know what. But this is the basic idea. I don't know what stuff happens in the slightest. But that's the baseline, at least. Ideas how long to make the game? I think I will... I think I will try to go short. Medium, maybe. Last game jam, I clearly thought too far ahead with Respawn Banter. I thought to complete a game, but it's better like this. I could make a short game where you defeat the antagonist. So maybe I will do like 4 battles, 5 even, I don't know. Just something that's in 1 hour of gameplay, because the judges will play maximum of 1 hour. Well, if the game is doing well, yeah, extra points, I suppose. But yeah, I will try to avoid 1 hour. Even if with the gameplay done, I can go a little longer, since the battles make content for themselves. Like, if I do the battle system, I can add extra battles without too much... No, because I still need to program every single extra dodge. I want to make new dodges every battle, so depends how many ideas I have. But yeah, I'm not rushing though. In the worst case, I will cut some battles. So yeah, probably around 1 hour as well. Yeah, I don't often do games of this sort. Usually do puzzle games or crazy games. Well, will be kinda crazy on some parts, though. Okay. Before ending the stream, we do one last thing, which is clear hazards in move range. So we already got, we know from this. No, wait. Where is it? I lost it. We got a variable to store maybe it's elsewhere. Yeah, maybe this one targets with it. Oh wait, that's pretty convenient actually. Wait. This is... I forgot about this. It saves every event we hit. Right. Yeah, it saves every event we hit. So we don't need this anymore. Oh, I disappeared, right? Okay, here. We can just clear them here. Maybe even after, sure. So yeah, we can actually do it here. Nice. Oh, how Michael, how it's going? We are programming. We were just about to end, but we are programming one last thing. First the gacha. Here we go. You got Lucius, not the My4 one, the RPG Maker one. We are now programming that you can hit hazards on the field to clear them. We need later maybe to filter it based on the ID, because maybe you cannot defeat like the ice ground. So removes the ties and clears hazards in range. We know the hazards we hit with this. So this is the hazards or the targets we hit. We need to be sure that we don't delete anything that's not a hazard. Luckily we already saved the hazards on the game variable. The 51 maybe. Let's see if it's the 51. Not 26, way off. Okay. So now we need to check if every single target is inside the array. So if first loop equal to 0, a less than targets we hit, length, e++. Now for each of them I check if hazards array dot wait, no, not contain. If at the position of each target ID, so the targets we hit will have ID of events, like event number 3, 7, and 28. So I check first the first event, the 5, if it's a correct value, if it's inside the array, if the target we hit is a hazard. If that's the case, then we destroy it. Easy. How do you destroy it? Wait, I didn't consider this part. Erase event. Okay, here. Pretty simple. Erase this event ID. And we have the ID. It's the ID in the position E of the array. Okay. The stream shrinked. Again, it's the ads, Michael. That don't show. Well, that's a positive thing, actually. Okay, after we delete event, we also need to remove it from the array. So, targets with it I equals to null. Okay. Or was it undefined? Same thing, right? Okay, otherwise, if that's not an hazard, what do we do? Nothing, right? Yeah, nothing actually. Let's see if this is enough. So let's see. First we dodge. Then spawns hazards. You can dodge it now. Here. Dodge again. Dodge again. Ha. Okay. And if I use area skill here, it deletes it. Awesome. Now, if I go here and use the area skill. Yeah, wait. It didn't delete all of them. Because this fire is present twice. This fire is the one in the middle, right? This one probably spawned twice. Oof. So I need to check in every I think I already did. Weird. I think I already did. So. But I think it's Pinnacle. It's not Pinnacle, it's a one-person game. And it's based around dodging in a not very common way. And on field hazards, not only flames. So, why the event spawns on another event? It's wrong. Ah, okay, maybe here. Because the events here are technically undefined. The spawned events are not defined. That's a weird bug. We can just avoid this check then, right? So again, what does it do? Checks the event ID on the tile. Yeah, so it's fine. We can delete the check. And now I can only spawn one line of flames. I will not delete anything. Oh, wait. Dodge it now. Here, okay. Why did I dodge though? The flames weren't there. Oh well. Vertical, nice. Oh, we got a problem here. Probably the problem was here. Okay, yeah, okay. The condition was for this problem. Okay, yeah. I think... okay, I get why, because... This one checks if the event is a character or a hazard. But it doesn't spawn in any case, so it's not a problem, right? It's important. Just if it's an event of any sort, it doesn't spawn anything. It shouldn't spawn anything if it's an event. That's it. That's it. We don't need anything else. Okay, one. Also, we should go sideways. So it can spawn vertically. Why the dodge though? Because... oh well. For now, the duck. Let's see. Okay, there is everything. Nice. Why the dodge at now only works sometimes? And I use my movement. Okay. I really want to think to dodge your own attacks. Why didn't the fire spawn there? Weird. Why didn't the fire spawn there? Something is wrong. Oh well. What I'm dodging? There's nothing. There's nothing there. There are still a lot of problems, I see. Because there's an event here, maybe? Maybe... okay, I should move the event away, maybe. But... oh, weird. Okay, one last thing then. I should move the event away. Where is it? Event page 2. Locate. Set event location here. This one, and we are done as well. So after we delete, before we delete it, we move it to 1-1. Okay, so it will not cause problems. I don't think we even need to check. In the worst case, I will check myself. That's not really something that needs to be checked right now. I can do it later. Okay, we can end here. We did 4 hours of stream. Wow. That's the sort of programming I love. Of game development I love. Because if I program other ways, let's say just pure programming is what keeps me going. Other sorts of programming, no, game development, like game design or others gets tiring. I like it as well, but it's not straightforward as programming. It's not a puzzle game. I love puzzle games, you know. That's the thing. Next session when? Good question, because we have other streams tomorrow and the day after. I think Monday. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait. I'll take the extra time, though, to consider what do I want to do for the story. And maybe refine the glitches we clearly found here. Yeah, we'll do Monday at the same hour. 7 p.m. CET. Italian time zone. Okay, to understand we can ride Rain alone. Let's go. Okay, awesome. I hope I wrote it right. And that's everything for today. Thanks a lot for coming by. Again, we will continue Monday. I still invite you for the streams of tomorrow since we play Aragon, which is a pretty cringe game. But brings old memories back. Thanks a lot for coming by. And we'll see ya whenever happens.